Hmm. Yeah, these things take time. Mm, sure. Right. Hmm. Mm, right. You have to be patient with it. Sure. Sure. Um, so one of the things that I know I haven't been really good about in shoot, like it's been now today's Friday, so 5, 7. It's been I think about 11 days since I last actually hit the weights, and that's not good. I'm supposed to be. I would like to ramp up such that I'm hitting them more regularly and staying consistent because that's it's going to be important no matter what I do. I guess recently I maybe because I've been chatting with people more and signaling like, hey, I'm in the middle of something, then I'm not getting people just coming by and saying, well, do this, challenging me to do this. So I have to challenge myself. I carve out time. Exercise is huge for keeping us in a good mood. That natural release of the endorphins. So I mean that's something that I always fall back on. At the time, if you're in a bad mood, then maybe you don't want to exercise, but it's one of those things that helps. Taking long walks, running around a bit. Yeah. Well, if it's something that you've been wanting to get done, so no, it's all good. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's something to look forward to. Hmm? Hmm. That's good. Maybe it's also because it's something that like there's the environment. You can't really do much just to focus on what's going on, right? Might be part of it. Hmm. 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 Yeah, it's a lot at once. It is a lot. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, sounds like for good reason. Mm. Yeah, it will help. That definitely helps. Yeah, probably. Hmm. Mm. Gotcha. Yeah. 88. I'm smiling. I'm smiling and like trying to bite my finger, suppressing laughter. But it's okay. Yeah. It looks like you still have a lot of light on there. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, over here I have most of the lights are off. I had a couple on. I was sitting in the kitchen earlier and got an email back. There's this guy that I may end up working with. It is good. Yeah, it's certainly good because I've been rearing, ready to go, trying to get out there. Yep, this is your role now. Hmm. You try to enjoy the time you have. Nice. Yep. Yeah, they suck. Well, so the first dude I emailed, the first guy I reached out to, his stuff is presently like offline. He's I don't know exactly what's going on there. He is just his operation is presently inactive, and I don't know just what he's waiting on, but I'd like to understand a little better. Then this other guy is still active, and he's actively recruiting. So um, the first person I reached out to, it was about reestablishing contact. I'd reached out to him initially about 4 years ago when he just brought his project online. So at this point, it's figuring out, okay, what's guy number two with the active project working on. What does he know on me? What's he need? And then we just take it from there. Um, Let me. What's the best way to send this to you right now? I guess I just pick up my phone and let me link you over to their Twitter. Let me go ahead and link you. Caution, not safe for work, but you're not at work, so it's okay. Yes. Yes. And I think that if it's going to be under their company, they'll probably want me out in LA. So I'm just pretty prepared to just head out there at a moment's notice. You know, and for that reason, I've been starting to build up a bit of some connections out there, trying to figure out who all, as far as like other broadcasters are out there who I might just go and meet, have lunch with. Um, like it's where a lot of work is, entertainment work. A lot of it's out there. hmm I'm really excited. I'm excited to give this a shot. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. I gotta figure out which ones to pick up. Well, maybe we can do a bulk buy of those too. Yep, it's pretty wild. What on earth? Why is this asking? Thank you, thank you. I chatted with another friend recently, the one that owes some money. And she thought I was kidding. She's like, no, no, wait, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. And as your friend, I guess I have to support you. That's what friends do, and you don't really have to. It's just no, that's just what's going to happen. This is the angle that we're going for, and that's I'm committed. I'm committed to giving it a good run for its money, and that's it. Let's see what happens. The before after. Yep. Before things got too wild. Um, so as soon as I got the email from this guy, I wrote back to say like, "Hey, is there a good way that I can reach you just through a voice channel?" Because I'm just trying to take lessons learned from the first contact I made with the other individual. I think this one will be pretty. He'll be open to chatting. Um, I think it's important to get people on the phones because it's so much faster for a lot of the stuff, right? Especially when you have a lot of information to exchange. Um, yeah, just like, hey, okay, what do you know so far? What do I need to bring you up to speed on? Okay, we had this talk. That's good. When do we get started? So I don't know yet. I don't know, but I emailed back asking if there's a good voice channel we can use and just take it from there. Oh yeah, if you have stuff on hand, otherwise like don't you know don't overextend yourself. Right? Irish cream is always good. I know that you asked about brands, and um, I always just chase whatever's on sale. It's all good stuff. Can't go wrong with it. Be neat. Yeah, it's a good thing to have around. Hmm. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Well, I'm trying to get away from drinking by myself because. Hmm. Right, right. The whole self medicating thing. Yeah. Oh sure. Oh sure. Hmm. 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 Sure. Awesome. Yeah, and I'm trying to make it into like a regular thing. Just get. Hmm. Yep. Sure. Although it's not unheard of. Oh really? Whoa. Oh wow. That's nice. Hmm. Guess you'll find out. Mm-hmm. Mm. Maybe worth checking out. It's so fusion food. Yeah, I like all sorts of stuff. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, it's just euphemism. I know it. Cool. Oh, okay. So this spot that you're talking about is actually it's way in town. There are two locations, and they're both in town. They're within the loop. I'll try to locate something that's not too much of a trek. Yeah, it's more me because I just if I can help it, I don't like having to run around too far. Just because it's always it's like why run around really far unless there's a really compelling reason to go out there. Like I don't know. Uh, I'm not too sure what very compelling. Well, let me think. Thursdays they actually do have free admission to some of the museums. That is the thing. Well, shoot, that is a thought too. I see. Mm, sure, sure, I hear you. I see. Yeah, I'll think on it a bit. Yeah. Mm, cool. Yeah. I'm I'm thinking. I'm thinking on it. Yeah. Do you think Chloe would join in? Otherwise, she has somebody else to look out for her, huh? Okay. Oh, right. Of course. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You've definitely got some infrastructure that helps. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Sure. Mm. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. This is true. Hmm. Yeah. I guess. I mean, like, I guess we'll see between now and then how things shake up. I tend to just kind of play things by ear. You know, it's like, hey, in the moment, how are you feeling? And then just work off of that, as opposed to scheduling things too far in advance. Yeah, just having that flexibility. But it's just a thought. You mentioned this place. I look at it; it's all within the loop. And then Thursdays are days where the museums are available. So it's yeah, that could be an option. Sure. I read you loud and clear. All right. Right. Just had to be the grown up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yeah, yeah. Apparently, yeah. I had a housemate that used to go, and I also have neighbors that go every year, and I've never been. Never, never have I ever been. Right on. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm curious to see why everybody likes it so much. Oh, uh-huh. Yeah, no, no, no. I like camping. Camping, I enjoy, and it's been forever since the last time. Hmm. Whoa. Hmm. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Right. Just don't walk into a tree. Hmm. 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 Everybody knows, huh? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Like, okay, all right. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I, for me, it's been forever since the last time I went camping. Hmm. Yeah, so not quite enough to go glamping on your own, but close. Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like it for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised she's so energetic at this hour. Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 You'd rather work nights? Why is that? Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. 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 Right now I'm not even really looking at the phone, but let me take a look. Yeah, I can see. Oh, hello. Haha. Nice. What's Chloe looking at? PBS Kids. Nice. I was at the movie theater last night and I saw a trailer for some biopic. Mr. Rogers, played by Tom Hanks. Yeah, looks like it's going to be a good one. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a new Quentin Tarantino flick. Just came out on the 26th, I think. It's alright, it's entertaining. The theater was almost empty. Like that particular theater, the one we were at, there was just. I mean, this movie just came out, yet there were maybe two other parties in there watching with us. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it was, but I don't know. It is nice. It's definitely nice because you're not having to compete with a whole bunch of different people in order to get the nice seat. Not really. So I've been trying to figure out something, um, but it's not cooperating with me, and it's a little frustrating. Yeah, it's okay. It's what can you do? Technology is just frustrating sometimes. Yeah, often. Technology for me is often very frustrating. Default route. Let me take a look at some notes that might help. Yeah, I intend to. I intend to, as much as possible, just be like, here, I'm showing up. I'm showing up here, and okay, you know, catch you later. Yeah, because it's yeah. So as much as possible, as long as it's possible to broadcast, as long as it's possible, and it won't get me in trouble, I'm gonna keep it rolling. And part of it is really it's just one thing I found when I started taking the thing out and walking around was that it's really nice to be able to just look up and have this mirror kind of looking back at you because then you've got eyes in the back of your head. It's like wow, now I feel like a superhuman. I've got this superpower. I can see behind me at all times. Well, mhm. Okay, yeah. So this is a good question. To be able to do everything on the go, I have cellular bonding. So at the moment, I own four modems, and I can bond all of them together into one fat pipe using this little black box. And it's kind of rickety, but it mostly works. So no, it gets us there. Right. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get done. Mm-hmm. Nice. That's good. How do I do this? Hotkey. No, I don't have anything. Just well, I mean, they cost money to get done. One, and then two, I just like I never really thought there was something that I wanted to put on myself. You know, I had a friend who was really heavily tattooed up. He did sleeves and yeah. Sorry. Hmm. Right. I do hear it. Sure. Why not? EM0 and IGB0. Okay. Let me see what that is here. No, I'm just kind of slowly poking my way around this. So it's the machine I'm interacting with is a. Oh yeah, okay. So going back to how it's done, I use my cell phone, right? Like we talked about this a bit. The cell phone on the stick turns out to be a really good tool, and just having a modern smartphone is always a good thing to have. So that, and then. The cellular bonding on the smartphone. I'm running Streamlabs. Have you played with OBS at all? Okay, so if you're going to broadcast at all, you'll want to get familiar with OBS. O as in oh. Okay, so I know this one. Oscar, Bravo, and what's that? Sam, Sierra, OBS, NATO phonetic alphabet. Woo! Oh boy, I just got a message. Some young dude sends a message. This guy, oh god, this whole entire exchange, like this is gold. To me, it's comedic gold. Oh yeah, you you were asking about ChatterBait. Right? It's pretty much it's just like it's all in your face. Wow, that's a lot to choose from. It's a lot to look at. Sure. Hmm. Sure. Yeah, and that's a lot more interesting too. Like if you have friends like that, then it's okay. Why not? Yep. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. 100%. Yep. Right. Just like, I kind of get what's happening here. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yes, I think that's the biggest draw. That's the biggest draw. The reason why people go out to the live events. Yep. Mm. Hmm. Have you always been like that? Interesting. That's good. That's really good because a lot of people don't discover this until they've chased the consumerism for a while, and then they may acquire a lot of stuff, but then ultimately they realize, wait, this is all very empty. What have I done? I've climbed the wrong mountain. Sure. Right. Like, mhm. Mhm. That's good. Mhm. Yeah, it takes a while for these things to sink in, and like everybody comes to, well, not everybody reaches the same conclusion. Right? Some people keep hitting their heads against a wall, and they just won't get it. Having a little bit of a laugh here because somebody came into my channel and said, "I know speak Chinese," and I asked, "Why don't you speak Chinese?" It's a very important language. I don't know. It's all it's like it's my English is passable. It's enough to get around. Hey, then you gotta get good at it, right? Like if it's the only language that you operate in, then all right, you gotta get real good at that. So I had this really I don't know if you caught it, but while that young lady was over yesterday, I received a phone call. Yeah, you must have gone off to sleep. Oh, oh, jeez. There's. Don't worry about it. Like, there's no. That's the thing with this is there's no way that any one person has seen everything. There's just it's humanly impossible. It's not humanly possible because it just keeps rolling all day. Even if somebody wanted to, they couldn't. The only way that a person could possibly keep up with everything is if it was a machine. A machine was helping. Otherwise, it just can't be done. My rice. Oh, the rice. I left it out by accident, and like then I got back home and I immediately covered it up and put it up. It was pretty decent. Yeah, we didn't have any and really too many fresh materials, but it turned out okay. Could definitely afford to try again, but it was good enough. Well, uh, let me just link it to you, and then you can listen to it, and I'm curious what you think. In fact, oh, there's also something else I'm really curious to get your feedback on because you've seen it, because I know you've seen it, and that's the donate page on my website. Yeah, I'm just curious what thoughts you had as you read it because it's something that I ask sometimes. I ask routinely for feedback from people, but the general, well, the vast majority of people, like 99% of people, even if they hear me say it repeatedly, you should give it a look. I'd love to get your feedback. They'll never click on it. They'll never click through because they see the word donate and they think like, oh man, this guy's just after my money. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Yes, they have an influencer program. I don't know if I'm eligible for this, but even like I suppose if I was eligible, then I would leverage it. Right. Well, that's the thing. The thing is like if you were really dedicated, if somebody was a true believer, then they would present this like maybe they'd ask this question: how can I make sure that the link is always available? Right? How do I make it easy on myself to hit the link? And my solution is just, well, if I really like something, then I'll bookmark it. I'll bookmark it and then like I'll put it onto my bookmark toolbar, so it's always there. Yeah, like yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean it's a bit of a there's always this optimization problem, and there's always this optimization problem. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I so it's actually the real the real rub here is like you could optimize to the sky with something, and you're looking. What I'm looking at, what we're talking about, is actually like the final step of a funnel. We're looking at the really, really bottom, and that's like where you as a content creator actually get paid, and that's way down the line. In order to get to that point, you have to have walked your prospect through many, many hoops, and uh, it depends. It depends on how strong your conversions are all the way through the funnel. But like for me, like my Twitch channel, for example, maybe 1% of people that ever click through to the channel follow it. Maybe it's 2%, somewhere between 1% and 2%. So it doesn't convert very well, and that's what the signals is that okay, what I hope to achieve with what I have set up so far. I think I'm there. I've got I've got something that arrests people's attention, but it may not be compelling enough for people to actually stick around and then decide, okay, I want to keep coming back, right? But I don't want to force people's hands either. I don't want to make it such that, okay, in order to engage with the chat, you have to hit the follow button, because it's really a vanity metric. When you look at any live broadcast, live content platform, the concurrent viewership is a really important metric. So really, you're looking for repeat customers, and you can easily turn people off by saying, well, in order for you to engage here, you have to jump to this first hoop, and I don't bother. But maybe it's smart to do it, maybe not. Anyhow, back to the main thing is just, all right, how do you get more people to take the appropriate action? One, you can optimize. You can optimize every single step of the funnel, or you can just focus on making your funnel as big as possible, getting more eyeballs. At the end of the day, it's always a numbers game. Sorry. Where? Oh yeah, I did I link you? That's why you're calling me out on it. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped it. Take a look at the DMs. Take a look. Take a look. I know. I'm trying. I'm trying my darndest. Sometimes I just get so distracted. There's so much going on. The voices, they don't stop. Oh man, they call me all sorts of mean, nasty names. I wish they'd just stop. Well, hey, true to form, I did do it. I did do it. I just wasn't even sure if I did. I didn't signal that I had done it. Yeah, it's there. Mm-hmm. You can Google her name. Sells. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the other young lady was sugar coated witch. Yeah, right. Like she should not be with that man right now. What's going on here? If you would like to, it's there. It's you can play it back whenever. Sure, I'm open to it whenever. Hmm. Oh boy, yeah. Let me send you the initial article that just prompted this whole entire sequence of events. Because without the context, it can be a little bit like, wait, what the hell's going on here? But you're piecing it together. Yeah, let me just send you this. Because once you see this, it's gonna be like, wow, holy crap. It's really small stuff at the end of the day. You know, it was not good behavior. Definitely shouldn't be rewarded. And he upset some people. He upset some people, and he's catching flack because of it. Like, rightly so. Her son did this, yes. Nah, you can't break it. You can't break it. You can try your darndest. You're not going to break it. It's okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I hear you. Yeah. Like, just like wait for all the deals to show up and then just go get a price match or something. Sure. Yeah, I believe it. I thought that we were talking about like the Kindle or something. It's like as long as you don't physically attack it, it's okay. Nope. Yep, I have not met her. This confirmed. She does. Mhm. Right. Oh boy. Wow. But I mean, that's so. On the one hand, it's like, yeah, it sucks. But on the other hand, I think it's okay for them to fight. You know, because it's good experience. Just like how am I gonna tell them? Just like, yeah, we let them duke it out. Right. Yeah, they'll get over it. Right. Yeah, that's okay too. Somebody's got to sound the alarms. Yeah, caught in the crossfire. Wow. Yeah, yeah, it's done. Yep, I acted on that one pretty quickly. Hmm? No, no, no. I was on that. You can see the timestamps. It's probably been a good 4 minutes or so. Oh, okay, okay. Now I get it. I follow. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You get all defensive. What do you mean? Yeah, yeah, that happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty nasty. Well, I mean, I think the young lady knew exactly what she was getting into, right? Sure. I mean, there's definitely, I look at it and my reading of the whole thing is that he feels that he can't be touched. He is he's and if you listen to the conversation that I had with the mother, and they have connections. They have some connections. He's aware of it. He's young. He thinks that the whole world is his oyster, and he can get away with anything. And I thought it was what is it, like the irony when she says, like, yeah, that people have to be careful about what they say, right? Like if you say bad things, it can come back to bite you. So I think there's quite a bit of dramatic irony here. I don't think she was aware of why her business was under attack. You think so? Come and suck it. I think it's just it's you've got some, like I see this all the time in the community, right? Some of the communities I'm part of, you have people that are really upset, and then they lump everybody into the same category. Hmm. Hmm. So many years of history. Mm. 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 Sure. I mean, the good. It's always like that, right? Like in the dating marketplace, the good ones end up being taken. Mm. Sure. Just looking out for unicorns. Mm. No, it's not. Mm. Just like, well, not interested. Move on. Sure. Ghost. Sure. That's where you should be. Mm. Sure. Too bad. Not everybody can be. Not everyone is equally blessed. We all have blessings, but we're not all equally blessed. Oh my gosh. You remember that Twitter account I linked you? They just followed me. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We're moving up in the world. Mm-hmm. One moment, please. Let me finish that one and let me take a look. Oh, she's so cute. She's adorable. Mm-hmm. You should get her to do it as one of her like the things that she does before she goes to bed. It's like, all right, if it's the end of the night, you gotta do this. Set them up with those routines early. Yeah, I mean, because it's not like it's not like there's always the Kindle charging fairy. It's not always going to be there for her. Yeah. Right? Yeah, yeah. It's the coolest thing. It's like the best reason to. One of the most gratifying things about social media is that you can have the engagement with companies because everybody out here is a company. We're all representing our brands. Sure, always. Yeah, for sure. Right. Mm, I think it's worth. I think it's worth trying, but you also have to use it appropriately. It's golly, it's if you want to talk about people trying to jerk you around for your time, like man, yeah, like that's it's it's an interesting game. It's an interesting game, and I'll frequently tell people, or just kind of say like, yeah, it's a bad game, and you shouldn't play it. Like if you're thinking about getting into this game and you don't you're after the money, you're trying to sink big money into it just so you can play the game. Don't. You're gonna lose your money. You're gonna lose your shirt, and it's not gonna be worth it. And you know you're gonna sell everything off. Just take what you have and start running with it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. It's just taking the steps with what you already have and just seeing what happens, figuring out where the deficiencies are, and then shoring things up from there. Oh, my own progression with this. Shoot. Where I started with this was sorry. Somebody had just come into my chat and said, "Can we have a moment of silence for Tombstone, the greatest battle bot that just got eliminated going to season four finals?" And I nodded. Okay, so where I started with the whole broadcasting thing. started with it was video gaming. That's where so many people start. Get into it, get into the games. When I began I was looking at what I had. I was looking at what I was good at, what I enjoyed doing, and I saw that some other people were getting paid. They're making good money, decent money, and all they're doing is playing video games. So, hey, I already play video games. I play at a pretty high level. I think I'm a good player, a good team player. Let me go ahead and just start broadcasting myself playing video games. Maybe other people will be interested, right? I can begin growing my channels just through video gaming. No real big behavior modification on my part. Just got to figure out the setup and roll. And that's what I did. So for 9 months, I dedicated myself to daily video gaming live streams. So I find it really humorous now. Like there was this one viewer that comes by from time to time and he just says hi. I always ask to be moderator. And he said, well, I think you should try video gaming, because nobody wants to just come in and tune into this 24-hour, like you sitting at a chair stream. And, well, he has no idea. He has no idea how many hours I invested into content creation just around video gaming. Right? I got out of it. I got out because it wasn't yielding the returns I was looking for. And what I found was that because of my skill as a player, I was attracting a lot of people who would come and say like, well, I want to play with you. I want to play with you. I want to support you somehow. But really, they were just looking for, the vast majority of these people were just looking for, like, it's not a meal ticket here. In this case, in the game, I was playing player versus player combat. We'd have teams of 3 going in, and they were just looking to make it to the ultimate reward at the end. They get the ultimate reward and they just peace out and that'd be it. Or they want me to keep trying to run it through with them every single week. But I found that most players that I would go in with, many of the players I went in with, they would blame the game instead of themselves when there were problems. They would fail to communicate. And it was very frustrating. I wanted to do it by the merit of what I was doing, as opposed to trying to piggyback off of other people. And so I attacked this whole thing in a very suboptimal manner. But at the peak, I was getting something like 30 concurrent viewers on YouTube. And that was cool. That was kind of cool. Just knowing, okay, well, I've got 20, 30 kids watching while they're at school during their lunch break. That's pretty neat. So it was a start. Mm-hmm. Hey, come here. Come here, kid. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me actually turn. He's lovely. He just came over and he's now in my lap. I just picked him up and put him in my lap. Yeah, he is. He's wonderful. Yeah, so it's like kids would be watching, and I was starting to grow. We got I think maybe 100, 200 YouTube subscribers. And then, so where I was at in my life, I was living by myself. My folks were out of the country, and they were slated to return in June, like June 1st. This was June 1st, 2017. So I looked at the numbers, I looked at the effort I'd been putting in, my repeated failures to like build up a functional team of gamers, supporters that would help me out with what I was doing. And I said, all right, that's enough, guys. I made the decision to go ahead and pull the plug. So I drafted something. I wrote up a script, and I just read it out one day during a short broadcast. And I told them, okay, it's been fun, but like this isn't working, and that's it. So I titled this video "So Long and Thanks for All the Fish." I think I don't even know how many people actually got that. No, but it was. So I threw it out there. I distinctly recall one individual writing into the comments on YouTube saying like, yeah, take your time, don't worry. Like when you come back, your community is still going to be here. And like, of course not. I come back, I bring back the content in a new form, focusing just started off with streams from my home gym. Really, really super low production quality streams that I was pushing out of my laptop. And occasionally somebody would show up, but for the most part, just like, are you coming back to games? Somebody would come, like, are you coming back to games anytime soon? I said, nope, fully, I'm not doing it. And people started bailing, like rats fleeing a sinking ship. Yeah, that's what you get when you pigeonhole yourself into something, right? You paint yourself into a corner, like, oh yeah, I'm the oddly philosophical gamer that cares a lot about self-improvement, and then it works for a bit. Like some people they appreciate it, like, wow, it's different, and then others just I don't get it. So I figured that no matter what the medium was, I could do something with it in order to signal my underlying values. Kind of suggest like this is what I'm about. What's going on here? Is this working? I'm not too sure if it's working. Yeah, so there's some new ones, and there's some new ones. I can show you. Like I can actually just throw them down inside of this thing. That way you can see it. But shoot, fuck, what's going on here? My computer is something that's just not right. It's kind of frustrating. Douglas Adams, yeah. So long and thanks for all the fish. So sad it had to come to this. But yeah, it was an interesting time. So I started doing just broadcasts from the home gym. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if instead of just doing the broadcasts from the home gym, we go a step further and then keep things rolling all day. Keep it rolling all day. And have multiple cameras tied into it and just like be able to go around the house. Right? So I started experimenting with broadcasting out of my phone. This was pretty early on with like in-field stuff that anybody could do as long as they had a smartphone. So I started playing around with that. And this was interesting. It consumed a whole bunch of data. My members of my family got a little upset because they were like, wait, you're hogging it all up. You can't do that. So I said, okay, fine, I'll stop doing it. And it was a lot of headache. It was a lot of headache. Things have evolved considerably since that time. They're better. Better now. Still a lot of room for improvement. Occasionally, like I hate flying blind with this, and sometimes that's the case. It's just you gotta fly blind. No fun, no fun because you really need feedback in order to put on something where like to know that things are working. You need to have feedback, and right now the numbers are small enough such that during the daytime stuff, it's possible that I'm pushing and I'm pushing, and I don't have anything coming back. I don't know what's going on, and there's nobody there telling me like, hey, this is working or it's not working, and that is frustrating. But things are getting better. Like slowly but surely, there's growth, and that's coming in. Well, for a multitude of reasons. For a multitude of reasons. Let's see, is this up? All right, it's up. Cool. That is up. Let's grab this real quick, and let's hit that button, and boom, we're in business. I think we are, anyways. The one, so yeah, the one with the young man's mother. No, it's totally okay. Yeah, it was a really interesting phone call. Yep. Yeah, it's just whenever things become like a family matter, when people's livelihoods are being threatened. Yeah, understandable. I get upset. I'd get upset if people were making death threats towards my family. You know, sure. Well, I think when you have the facts, then you can really start working with it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Right. Sure. 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 Right. I think this is where that dramatic irony comes in. I think based off of the content of the conversation that she did not actually know what her son had did. She was flying blind. She was acting in a purely responsive fashion, like reactionary fashion. She saw that somebody like some unknown persons were slinging arrows at her business, and her family, and she did what anyone would do. In that situation, you see the arrows flying towards you, they're hitting close to home, you take shelter. That's the first thing you do. You make sure everybody is inside, and then you start figuring out, all right, what's going on here? Like, where are those things coming from? And then maybe later start asking questions like, why? Right? When things quiet down a little bit, then you can start asking why. Okay? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Sure. Yep. Some people will take secrets to the grave, right? Sure. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Sure. Mm. Wow. Yeah. Mm. 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 Right. That's funny. That's so funny. I've watched I like the first and second season. Whoa. Right. Yeah. It's but that's the thing. So what it took is that she had to own it first, right? Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Right. It's like betrayal. Yeah, it does. Cool. So that's the thing is that first conversation that was first contact, right? That I had with her outside of one text message to say, hey, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. You know, just letting her know I am a real person. This was not a missed. I didn't misdial your number. I do want to actually talk with you, and so she did her part, and that was cool. Um, I did my part, as I said in the conversation. I followed up and I sent her the article. And the interesting thing that you don't know, but you're about to learn, is that that article no longer shows up on the website. It's been spiked. Right? Wait, did I tell you that? No. So it's been spiked, which leads me to believe that the family threatened legal action against the publisher. They once they knew the source, like what was going on, what was motivating the attacks, they plugged it, and that makes sense. It's what you would do from a defensive position, right? And I don't know how things are looking at home for them right now. I have no idea what she has said to her son, but I believe that at this point, with additional information, now she will have an actual like a serious conversation with her son. Not like, boy, that was stupid. Like, you don't do that. You know, like I don't mind if you hook up with these young ladies, you take them back home and do whatever it is that you guys want to do. You're two consenting adults. But at the end of the day, you need to treat people with respect. Because she espoused that when we spoke. And I think that she will be upset then to know that her son didn't abide by that. Me too. Me too. I mean, I hope it's a wake up call for him because that's, like, sometimes you learn lessons the hard way. Sometimes, you break eggs and you can get away with it. Other times you fuck with somebody who's not afraid to go talk to the media and they have all the evidence to use against you and they can absolutely ruin you. Sure. They may have connections like, hey, let me show me this house, please. And then next thing you know, the next realtor walks in and finds this guy's just taken out. Sure. Who knows? Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah. Like, sure. Hmm. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yep. And then to do it and leave a record, like, man, if you're gonna do that, just like make a phone call. Like who the hell records phone calls? Like, you're just hanging yourself at that point. Come on. You know? Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Wait. What was the situation again? Right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Witness what? Wait, the counselor said what? That's messed up. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe all he was looking for was for them to talk. I don't know. It seems a little. Oh. Mm-hmm. Sure. You guys are gonna go do something while I stay here and watch. I don't know. It just seems like that seems like why though? Well, Right. Mm-hmm. Sure. So it's yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Loose lips. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Mm. Shit. That's horrific. Sure. Yeah. Mm. Um, I guess it's like how can you set things up to such that you can leave? You know, because it's no the way I see it at least, we're not meant to be stuck in one place. Right? People are highly adaptable. We can get used to any situation, but at the same time, like this, we've got this wanderlust, right? We want to explore. Yeah, sure. Hopefully. Hmm. Yeah, sure. Hmm. Sometimes, yeah. So I told you about my big goal over here that I have the points, the miles to go redeem for this big extravagant trip. I've got people on the ground in a whole bunch of different places where that I could stay with. But what keeps me glued over here right now, and yeah, part of it's money, sure, but then the other part of it is about having the right systems in place to ensure that when I come back, this this property is not going to be in a state of disrepair, right? And that's where the money comes in. It's like, okay, if you're not on the ground here, you're going to need funds to go travel around the place, and while you're away, you still need to keep the electricity on. You still need to keep water flowing to the property, and you've got to worry about like lawn care, right? Got to make sure that the lawn is taken care of, otherwise HOA is going to come by and they're going to force mow it, and pay up the nose for a really crappy job where they scalp it, and it's all the systems, so that I can leave and rest assured knowing that even if somebody comes to mess with things, there's a log of everything. I can take action quickly instead of coming back to find, wow, everything's messed up. Now we have the technology. Yep. Feeling okay? Mm-hmm. Yep.